How the hell am I going to sync this? G'day all. I'm finally doing it. I'm finally doing a perfume tour, collection tour. Before I start, I wanted to listen. I'm not trying to preach, but I do want to kind of explain how my collection or my perfume enthusiasm has kind of morphed. This is not normal. I just want to say before I show my collection to everyone that this is not normal, and me making this video is not trying to like normalize having a massive collection of things that I probably would never fully use. I think because I'm making YouTube videos, I have a lot of fragrances, and you almost certainly have seen larger collections than mine, but I'm trying to not become numb to the fact that when I invite people over, like just a normal person, not like a fragrance girly, and my friends look at this and they go, holy moly, you have a lot of fragrances. This is still a lot, okay? Even though it's not like thousands of fragrances in its own closet, this is still a lot, okay? My ethos now, as far as being like someone who enjoys fragrance, is it's not about just collecting as many as possible, and it's certainly not about having bottles for every scent. And I think you guys know that to enjoy a fragrance, I don't need a full bottle. I can get a 2 ml decant, a 3 ml decant, 5, 10. That's plenty for me. There's no way I'm going to go through enough fragrance in my life to need a full 100 ml bottle of every fragrance that I like. It's just not necessary. My kind of ethos has changed to less is better, because it means that I'm not just buying juice unnecessarily to either never go through or just let go bad. Now, with the full bottles that I do have, I intend on decanting them, and I've kind of already started doing that to sell actually in Australia, so keep an eye out for that if you are in Australia. I will be opening that up soon, probably next month or so. But I just wanted to like leave that in there, because although my collection is nowhere near as big as a lot of people will probably have seen on YouTube, I don't want to say this is something to strive towards necessarily, especially with just getting as many full bottles as possible. It reminds me of a Reddit post I saw a few weeks ago of someone who seemed really frustrated because they really wanted to enjoy fragrance but felt like they couldn't keep up because of the cost. The way that I keep my prices very low is I buy decants. I buy 2 ml decants, sometimes 5, very rarely 10 if I really love a fragrance. And that for me keeps the cost affordable, and I can still access many different fragrances and still enjoy the experience without needing to completely drain my bank dry. Because listen, I got a mortgage now. I can't be affording like, hundreds of fragrances each month. But how I do it is I just buy decants. And that for me, I'm totally happy with that. Yeah, I don't have the nice fancy bottle, but it's not necessary. If you really want to enjoy fragrance as a hobby and you really just want to smell stuff, because for me, I just want to get my nose on things. I just want to know how it smells. I don't need to own a full bottle to do that, and neither do you. Okay, this isn't meant to be preachy. I promise it's not meant to be that way, but I felt discouraged. Like, I remember feeling like I will never have, like, how can I truly enjoy this hobby if I can't afford thousands of full bottles of fragrances? You don't need to. You don't need to. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to start. I'm going to go top to bottom. On this top shelf, do you like my robe? I'm going very like Desperate Housewife vibe today. I hope you appreciate this. First thing I have is I've got lots of body sprays up here. So, I've got my Sol de Janeiros. I've got my Emco Beauty dupes. I guess if I were to guess how many, I don't count full bottles necessarily, but I do keep track of, because I have to, like, just to know what I have. I have about 500 different juices. Some of them are decants, some of them are smaller sizes, but for what I have in my possession, it's probably about 500 or so. So we'll start with, and that doesn't even necessarily include all my body sprays, I suppose. Top shelf is body sprays. Most of these are Bath and Body Works. So I've got my Sol de Janeiro on the front. I've got my Emco Beauty ones as well, which, listen, you need to check them out. If you are in Australia and you have not smelled the Emco Beauty dupes, they're actually pretty good. And because Sol de Janeiro is so expensive in Australia, it's actually a really great alternative to Sol de Janeiro. My favorite is the Emco Beauty number 4. It smells just like 71. I swear to you. I actually did buy this is the only full bottle of Sol de Janeiro that I have. It's because it's like the only one that I really, really like. And I think they both smell amazing. Okay, Sol de Janeiro on the front. I do have one Body Fantasies Cucumber Melon. You can see I've used a bit of it. But this is what I mean. I will never go through this, most likely. So one to decant, I suppose. So yeah, lots of body sprays here. I've got Champagne Toast, Dark Velvet Oud. Listen, I understand that this is not available everywhere in the world, but it's available down under, so very lucky to have this one. It smells amazing, so sorry for those of you who don't have it. You're missing out. Hopefully you'll get it soon. I don't know. And then I do have, obviously I have decants of body sprays. So my mother is so beautiful and lovely. She's just a gem of a human, and she sends me decants of Victoria's Secret, of Bath and Body Works, some here in the back. Sorry, I have to hold the mic, so it's kind of hard to show what I'm doing. But yeah, if I were to pick out some of my favorites, how do you guys want me to do this? Tell me right now. Leave it in a comment. Let's see if I could pick a favorite. We've got Warm Vanilla Sugar. That's one that we know and love. Heaps of body sprays there. Probably more than I will ever go through, most likely. Now, this shelf here, do we need to move you in closer? Sorry, you were kind of far away. I'm like running out of breath. Literally so sad. Okay, so this here is my monthly shelf. So fragrances that I've worn outside of like for a video, new fragrances that I haven't talked about in like my monthly roundup. So usually if a fragrance is on this shelf, it means I'm going to talk about it in my end of the month roundup. So for example, you guys can see some Bath and Body Works stuff. I did buy the ballet collection this month. Chasing Fireflies, which I've worn a couple of times this month. I absolutely love this one. And also Coffee and Whiskey. Oh my god, I was like blown away at this one. I know it's like clearly marketed towards men with the packaging. You gotta get it. It's such a beautiful unisex body spray. What else did I talk about this month? All of the Guess Bella Vitas, including the original one, which I keep going back to and wearing because I love it so much. Daisy by Marc Jacobs. I haven't actually talked about this one yet. It'll be in my monthly roundup, but I haven't like introduced it, I suppose, in like a haul or anything. But this is one that I bought secondhand. And I'm so happy I did. I got it super cheap as well. Depop, hello. If you in Australia is trying to sell stuff on Depop, if you sell it cheap enough, I'll buy it. And then I'll talk about it in a video. Including Claude de Nuit Milestone, which is one that I honestly didn't really know what to expect. This is another one I bought secondhand, and I'm so happy I got it. I love it. And I took it off of someone's hands that didn't love it as much, and now it's mine. And I got it for a fraction of the price and got rid of someone else's junk. So happy to do that. What else we got here? Oh, I actually just wore this yesterday. Sweetheart Cherry from Bath & Body Works. I actually did the whole body wash, lotion, spray. I smelled delightful, even though it was only for about 30 minutes. Didn't last very long, unfortunately. So yes, I have some decants. I need a better way to do this here on this shelf. I don't have like a decant holder for this shelf specifically. And I'll get to my decants once we move down. Let's see, decants that I've worn this month. My Way EDP, just the OG. Let's see. Oh, Libre EDT. This one I ran out of Libre EDT. I really like this one. So because I've ran out of it, I'll probably get like 5 mils or something in a decant. I actually really enjoy sleeping with this one on. So yeah, see, it's rare that I actually fully go through a decant. I have to really enjoy something to go through it. And Libre EDT, that one I will probably repurchase in a bigger size. Let's see, Fantasy Sheer by Britney Spears is another one that I wore for bed. Not really one that I enjoyed wearing to bed, but I really enjoy some of her flankers, like the Fantasy Sheer, Fantasy Intense. I really like those ones. Also, Fantasy Sheer is like nice and fruity. It's yummy. Okay, what else? Oh, see, this is another one. I haven't talked about this either. I feel like I need to include it in a haul. I don't actually know why it's up here because usually I don't put fragrances up here until I've spoken about them in a video. La Belle Paradise Garden. I smelled this one in Meyer and it blew my tits off. I was like, I need a 10 mil. I need a 10 mil of this one. So I did. I bought a 10 mil decant. And for me, that's just, listen, I'm not buying a $200 brand new bottle. It's not in the budget. Like for most people, it's not in the budget. So I bought a 10 mil decant and that's perfectly okay. Loving this one. It smells like a mermaid. Okay. That's a hint. Okay. Coral Blush. I tried so hard to like this one. Coral Blush, I'm sorry. I've worn it a couple more times. I literally had to change. I hated the way I smelled. So yeah, that is that shelf there. So you will see pretty much all of these in my end of the month video. All right, let's move down. By the way, the shelf that I have is the shelf that I have is this one from IKEA. It's the Bagabo. It's the Bagabo one. I just bought it's the only one that I could find that would actually fit in my in this closet space nicely, and I could actually fit two of them, and they fit nice and snug in this closet, and I just nailed them together. Actually, Mr. Zuri helped me with that. Okay, this part of my shelf is mostly celebrity. Yeah, I think it's purely celebrity fragrances. As you can see, actually, like I said, more than most people. Okay, this is not normal, but actually not as many as I originally thought. I think a lot of them are also in decants. So we've got a few Britneys here. We've got Prerogative. We love her. This is actually a very sweet version of Black Opium. So if you like Black Opium, but you want it to be cavity sweet, then I highly recommend Prerogative. Jungle Fantasy. You know what? Sorry, I want to come in here. I need to do a video on fragrances I've changed my mind about, because I've changed my mind on this one, you guys. I remember when I first got it and I thought it smelled like really sharp and cheap and I hated it, and I actually like it now. I sprayed it like a month ago and I was like, wait, I actually like it. So I know I have to do the video. I have to do a video on ones that I've changed my mind about. I'm creating a list now, so that this will be on it. Okay, sneak preview. Haven't changed my mind about this one, Britney Spears. Oh my god, it has dust on it. Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy. I'm sorry, I haven't changed my mind on this one. Unfortunately, I still don't like it. Or this one, or Circus Fantasy. The Britney fragrances that I love, I have in like small sizes, like 10 ml sprays. Like Fantasy Intense. Those ones I love. Of course, the big bottles that I have, I don't like. So yeah, we've got some Nikki, Onika, we've got Pink Friday. I love Pink Friday, actually. It's one of my favorite celebrity scents. Katy Perry's Killer Queen. This is also one of my favorites. This is another one I really like. Rebel by Rihanna. We've got some RE in there. And then probably ones that you guys outside of Australia will never see. Power by Delta Goodrem. This is like toasted coconut. I don't really like it that much, shockingly. And Kylie Minogue's Darling. Yes, Kylie Minogue has fragrances. I don't know if she sells outside of Australia, so sorry to my Freedom friends, but you may never see this one. Or I don't know, if they are over there, let me know. I don't know, you can leave a comment. So yes, unfortunately a lot of this shelf has fragrances that I just regret buying. This is another one, Beyonce Heat. This is Heat Kissed, or no, what is this? Heat something. Oh, apparently Coty manufactures it. It's Heat something. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but it's this one. It's like very ambery. It's not really much of anything, to be honest, because you spray it and it disappears in like 5 minutes. So don't buy this one, okay? Even if I don't like something, I am still keeping it because I will decant it and share it with others. And if you guys want to try stuff that I don't like, maybe, who knows, maybe you will love it. Maybe you'll go, Circus Fantasy, what are you talking about? That is literally my favorite fragrance. And then, okay, cool. Buy a can off of me. I don't need it. Now we are moving to the shelf next to it. And this is one that you will probably immediately recognize. Many of my Middle Eastern scents are here. So we've got all of the Ard Al Zafran musks. We've got all the Yaras, which of course my favorite in the front, which is Yara Moi. Love her. If you guys like what I did. Sakina smells like Eris by Paris Hilton, kind of. Ragba. This is Karafi. This is like pink sugar without the burnt. If you like pink sugar, but you want like without the burnness, try this one, Karafi by Lattafa. It wasn't very strong when I last smelled it, and I was like, I think this boy needs to cook, so I'm letting him cook. Got some of my Club de Nuits here. Obviously, my Club de Nuit Intense Man, which my partner really doesn't reach for anymore either. And then Club de Nuit Untold. She kind of sits with some dust on her as well, unfortunately. Versencia Noir, one that I recently changed my mind about. Dupe of Versace Crystal Noir. Marquee Collection. This is Fragrance World, I'm pretty sure. Dupe of Oud Satin Mood. This one's pretty good. I really like this one. Again, I love these dinky sizes. I really appreciate when they do these because... Listen, I don't need a big size. I've said this a million times. Yeah, all of these are my Tom Ford dupes here in the smaller bottles. These are the Maison Alhambra repackaged versions. So Pink Velvet, Pacific Blue. I do have two of the OG bottles. So, you know, you've got your Tobacco Touch, Toscano Leather. I bet you guys didn't even know I did videos on these because it didn't get a lot of views for some reason. When I did a video on these two specifically, Toscano Leather and Tobacco Touch, y'all are crazy. Y'all are missing out on Tobacco Touch. This one is such a good unisex fragrance. When What are you guys doing? Hello? Isn't that auto-focusing? What's happening? What else we got back here? Oh, yes, Infinity Elixir. Side effect dupe. And then I do have Intro Aftermath. This one I'm probably going to pull out soon and try again, because when I used it last, it wasn't, the longevity wasn't great. So, yeah, I'm letting him cook a little bit longer, I think. I'll probably pull it out next month or something and start using it, and then I'll give you an update at the end of the month. So that's my first Middle Eastern shelf, okay? So let's move down. Okay, this shelf is kind of just random, like, drugstore cheapies. Not really a rhyme or reason with this one. So I've got some of my Abercrombies, like Abercrombie Away. Oh, Spirit Babe, my Misguided. This is one that I would probably whip out for summer, so I highly recommend this one for summer. It's a really great, like, watermelon green cheapie. And then you've got your real cheapo. We've got Joven Musk. I've got two of them. I got the OG Joven Musk and then the White Musk, which kind of smells like, if you like the Body Shop White Musk, I think it is. This is like kind of a close dupe. Taboo, which very, very vintage scent. I don't think I ever talked about this in a video. I had intended to talk about it in a video, like a themed one, and then I just didn't. I kind of scrapped the idea. I don't know. Maybe I'll still use it. Yes. Classic Green Tea by Elizabeth Arden. Did you know the perfumer is Francis Kurkdjian? Oh, it's amazing. And then this one. I bought this one in Bali. This is from an Indonesian brand. This is... It's actually not too bad, but you know what? I pretty quickly got sick of it. It is really strong. It's a dupe of Black Opium. Yeah, it was like literally, it was like $3 for this. And you know what? It doesn't smell too bad. It doesn't smell too bad, but it definitely smells like a that very perfumey smell. It's giving that. Yeah, got some pink sugars here. All my Escadas are down here as well. All my Escadas, my 2 full bottles that I have. 3. These are from Kmart. These were like $5. I bought these to go to Bali because I really just wanted to smell like a jasmine bomb. So I bought this. It's just basically jasmine and lang lang. And then this one, which is grapefruit, jasmine, and tonka bean. I didn't really wear this one much, but I wore this jasmine gem one quite a bit while I was over there. It doesn't last very long, and I just kept respraying it. I'll probably pull it back out for summer. Once it starts warming up again. And then, of course, my Anna Shui's Cosmic Sky. Yes, we love her. We love Anna Shui. Surprisingly, only 2 full bottles of her fragrances. I have some decants of her other scents. So this one's a Fantasia surprise. It's like cotton candy and Jabuti Kaba. I always get that wrong. It's cotton candy and Jabuti Kaba, which is like a grape-like berry. So this smells very fun and like a carnival. So love that one. And then I've got my guesses here, which are, I put them here because they were cheap. You know, I would consider those cheapies. I mean, Guess Seductive Red, that was like $40. And same with Guess Seductive Noir. That was like maybe less, like 35 something. I love this one. You know what? I'm probably going to pull this one out for now that it's getting cooler, like now that it's getting closer to winter. This is definitely a go-to, like, boss bitch cooler weather scent. I love this one. Moving over. Okay. All right. In this next cubicle, this is mostly Middle Easterns again. So we've got my Kamras here, my one rave. It says Rave Now Rouge. It's very balsamic and woody. I guess it leans kind of masculine, but I think it smells like a Christmas tree. And then I've got my Badial Ouds all here. So, all 4 of them just chilling. I probably will decant them because I don't use, like, Honor and Glory doesn't really get used all so much. I think Oud for Glory is one that I probably will pull out probably next month because it's starting to get cold and this is a really great cold weather fragrance. So I'll probably pull that one out. So yeah, this is mostly like, I swear Lattafa's half of my full bottle collection. Nerissa Rouge, dupe of Narciso Rouge. Shagaf Oud Tonka, you guys know how I feel about that one. I literally can't smell it or it gives me a migraine. And Vintage Radio, one of my favorite Lattafa scents. Another one that I probably will pull out for the cooler weather. Lattafa Teriyaki. This is one that I plan on decanting most likely. Listen, it hasn't changed the way that I was hoping it would. I'll probably pull it out next month anyway. It's maybe not for me. I think the strong honey note is just not up my alley, really. So as you can see, I actually don't have many full bottle, like, designer fragrances. Sorry, I probably should have zoomed in earlier. I don't know why I did not. Oh yeah, and then Harim Al Sultan perfume oil. Love this one. This is like definitely a go-to for summer. Love that. So as you can see, I don't really have many full bottles of designer scents. Listen, what can they're just too expensive down here, you guys. They're literally like $200 for something that's like $50 over there. It's like $200 for us, okay? I just don't buy full bottles of designers. It's very rare. So obviously, as you know, this was my scent of the year last year. This was my absolute favorite. Azzaro Wanted Girl by Night. It smells like a fancy grape soda. Amazing, sexy, cute, awesome. I sound like a random guy DMing you, like, oh, it's so sexy, cute, send me Bob pic. Got my Muglairs, my only two Muglairs, my only full bottles of Muglair. So Alien, of course, this is the newest version, so it's not that full of cashmere and sexy jasmine, it's that kind of cold. Although, you know what, I will say, it has changed slightly since I bought it. I've had this bottle for like 8 months or something. And you know what? Time has done this one wonders, I will say. Aura by Mugler. This is a very love it or hate it, but it's vanilla and green. One of my favorites. Love this one for like spring and summer. And then my only two full-sized, I'll get to that. Juicy. So I've got Juicy Couture Glacé. This bottle I've had for so long, you guys. And yeah, I had this one when my collection wasn't very big. So I use this one a lot. It's a very powdery pear. I love that one. It's one of my favorite juicies. This was a sad purchase. I smelled the, like an old bottle tester of Juicy Couture EDP. And then I bought this, and it smells like super sharp tuberose, and I didn't like it. And I'm hoping that time does it well, but I think I just, they reformulated this apparently, and I don't like the way it smells anymore, so I was very sad about that one. Moschino's Toy 2 Bubblegum. Love that one. Love that one for spring. Okay. Ouch. All right, let's move down even more. All right, y'all, we are on the floor now. I'm sitting on the floor. Okay, so I'll show you these two shelves. This is this is half Time Out and half Mr. Zuri's collection, even though I reached for some of these as well. Pretty much half of the shelf is Zara. And you may have noticed I don't talk about Zara anymore, and I'm just not supporting them at the moment. But unfortunately I did buy a lot of stuff from them beforehand, so it's just kind of chill in here. The other half, we've got a lot of masculine scents, obviously. These are ones that Mr. Zuri reaches for often. So quite a bit of decants here. Got all of my Club de Nuits decants. So yeah, mine are more organized, and I'll show you that in a moment. So you've got, of course, limited edition Club de Nuit, Parfum, and the Eau de Parfum. They are different, by the way. I got some comments that were like, it's the same. It's not the same. They are different. Thank you very much. So yeah, he's got some classics. He's got Blue Jeans by Versace. This is one that he's kind of hanging on to this. He's hanging on to this juice for dear life. This is Essence of Man by Benetton. So some other ones he has that he wears often. Oh, this one. Ooh, boy. This one, I'll probably move to the front of his shelf so that he remembers to wear it. This is Club Black by Mercedes-Benz. This is so good. This is like the safest blind buy for a dude. If you want a good, like, sweet, spicy winter fragrance, highly recommend Club Black by Mercedes. If you love masculine scents, or you got someone who loves masculine scents in your life, just buy that. It's almost a guaranteed safe blind buy. He's also got 1 Million Parfum. Prada L'Homme. This is the EDT. One of my favorite men's scents, if not my absolute favorite men's scents of life. Like, this is just good for any time, anywhere, any time of year. It is like, if you want to smell like so refined and expensive, get this one. It smells amazing. It's like you are a CEO immediately. You smell like a CEO. It's awesome. It's a really beautiful, like, aromatic lavender. Oh, so good. He also loves this one. He loves CK1 because it's nice, easy, freshy, even though it doesn't last very long. Acqua di Gio Profumo. And then he's got some decants here, usually ones that I buy him. So Le Male Elixir by Jean Paul Gaultier, Wanted by Night by Azzaro, Kenzo Om. This is a new one that he really wanted, this one. Incredibly salty and marine-like, maybe even a little bit too much for me. This is another one I recently picked up, was the Valentino Uomo. This is not the Intense, unfortunately. I still want to get a decant of Intense, but this one's pretty good. I like the Valentino Uomo. And then, of course, the Most Wanted by Azzaro, another one of my absolute favorites for dudes. So we are reaching the next part. These are my decants. Well, most of them anyway. So I recently created this like storage system, if you can call it that. I just bought acrylic containers from Kmart. They were like $3. And then I bought these spacers, and then I just labeled the spacers. So they are organized by brand or designer name, so in alphabetical order. So this is, this is what it is, guys. This is a lot of what I have are in here. These ones with the silver caps, those are 5 ml decants. I've got samples. Most of these are like purchased decants though. Listen, we don't get a lot of free samples in Australia. It's not like America. Okay, sorry, I had to put the lapel mic actually on my clothing because I could not talk and do this at the same time. How I've organized these, I think most of these are like Floral Street, a lot of these ones. Some Ari ones in here, some Britney Spears, a lot of Initio. So in the eyes, got some Initio in there. Let's see, F and G, probably a lot of Givenchy in the G's. So yeah, this is honestly, my J is like absolutely crazy. Most of these are Juliet Has a Gun, most likely. And Juicy Couture. Julia Has a Gun and Juicy Couture is a lot of what the J is. A lot of M's because, you've got Maison blank, blank, blank. So I decided to keep it, true to the first word. So we've got some Montal in there. We've got some bigger one. Yeah, Montal, more Montal. Ooh, So Iris. You know what? This one, Montal So Iris Intense, I intended to put this in my perfumes for a fairy video, and then I just forgot about it. But this is definitely a fairy, maybe. It's very powdery. Intense Cafe, which seems to be very controversial for some reason. I don't know why. You guys saw that Mr. Zuri hated that one. Yeah, and then we've got some Mugler. I decided to put them under M because it's now goes by Mugler, even though I know it used to be Terry Mugler. I'm just keeping it consistent with what's modern, just for my own sanity. So we've got some Mugler in there. Map of the Heart. That's an Australian brand I haven't really talked about much. I want to get a discovery set of theirs. If you guys want a more in-depth video of all of my decants, then let me know. I can definitely do that. I won't do that in this video because I think it will take freaking forever. Here is tea. What's in tea? Tea is a lot of, Tom Ford. So a lot of tea is Tom Ford. UVWXYZ. Yeah, that's just like everything that's left is in here. What's another random one? Oh, Versace. Yeah, so we've got some Versace ones in here. Who is Elijah? Yeah, a lot of Who is Elijah is in here as well. So yeah, lots of Who is Elijah in there. Donna Born in Roma EDP. There you go. So yeah, and then I also have like some fragrance lotions and gels and stuff. I mean, I don't really have many, obviously. I only have a few. It's rare that I buy sets, so I don't really have many of those. So if we move all the way down, this is normally where I keep some of my Bath & Body Works stuff. Most of it is honestly in my bathroom. I was thinking of moving it in here, like soaps that I have yet to use, body washes. Listen, we actually don't have hot water yet, so we're not showering in our own house. We have to shower at our friend's house. So I don't like immediately have access to all of my showering stuff right now. We get our water heater on Thursday, so in like 5 days. So yeah, a lot of my bath stuff is just unfortunately going unused. This is, these are things that are not decants. Well, some of them are decants actually. So I guess you could say this isn't like organized in the best way that it could be. I'm putting you back on the scissors. So these are all of my like travel sizes. So things that actually come in the retail packaging. So, we've got a couple of perfume oils in here. This I actually don't know what it is. I got it as a sample. It's a Middle Eastern scent, I know that. I swear it's like Oud Mood or something. It kind of smells like Oud Bouquet to me. So I'm pretty sure that's what this is, but it didn't come with a label, which is very upsetting. We've got some Kaoli, so like all my very small sizes, like my Kaoli ones are in here. Ooh, it's probably time to whip this one out. Kaoli Vanilla Royale, like the sugared patchouli. It's probably time to whip this one out, I reckon. It's nice and cold. So yeah, I've got a lot of like random little, I've got a couple Zara ones in there. Celebrity scents going here too, so like Eris. Dazzle. I've got Dazzle by Paris Hilton. Fantasy Intense is in here. And then, oh yeah, this one. I totally forgot about this. This is the Mix Bar. It's like one side is sparkling hibiscus and one side is vanilla bourbon. We don't have the full bottles of vanilla bourbon in Australia, only these two-sided roller balls. So to get 5 mils of the vanilla bourbon, I had to spend $20 on this. But it's really, really good. This is like angelic, this one. It smells so amazing and soft. God, I forget that I have all of these. Just like a random little travel spray, unused. Here's a little sample I got of Harim El Sultan. It actually came with the bottle. So this actually is like what I use if I want to use the spray instead of going for my actual bottle. I'm using this up first, and it's good because it ages a lot faster when it's in a smaller container like that. So it's quite nice. Pink sugar. Look how dark that juice is. Isn't that crazy? It's like a completely different scent when the vanilla's really aged like that. We've got a Carez in there, Cashmere Kumquat. It's like a slightly fruitier version of Alien by Mugler. We've got some Glass House. Glass House is an Australian brand. They make a lot of scented stuff, so like a lot of candles. They do have fragrances of a lot of their popular scents. So I have, obviously you guys know Kyoto in Bloom, which is a favorite of mine. Obviously not wearing it now because it's cold. And then also, what is it? Moon and Back. So Moon and Back, this one's like a lemon drop, kind of described as like a sugared lemon. It's not as great as when I first smelled it. I think it needed time. It's a bit sharp. I actually wouldn't recommend buying this one, but I bought it anyway. I'm just waiting for it to deepen. It needs to age, I think, because there's vanilla in there, but I don't get it. Some Juicies. So we've got Juicy Couture Gold Couture, which is a favorite of mine. Love that one by Juicy. And then Sucre, Juicy Couture Sucre. Yummy Peach Ring, Viva La Juicy. Clinique Happy. I will probably never use this. I don't like the way it smells. And then more Delta Goodrum. I actually really like these Delta Goodrum ones. I feel like these are kind of slept on, probably because they're not. I don't know if these are available in other countries. But yeah, what is it? Dream, Destiny, and the original Delta. These are actually pretty good. I need to reach for these more. I kind of forget about these. So these in the front, these are all of my Lattafa Pride decants. So we've got D'Antiquities, we've got Watch, Lattafa Pride Watch, which is like a cherry smoke dupe. I don't recommend it because the cherry doesn't last very long. Gadam. We've got Art of Arabia 1, 2, and 3. Those are beautiful masculine scents. Raw Human. And then one that I love specifically is Lean. Lean by Lattafa. If you like Viva La Juicy, but you want something maybe more grown and refined, I really love Lean. It's bubbly. It's expensive smelling. I really love that one. Masa is pretty good. It's got mango. And Breeze. Breeze, it's like Breeze by Lattafa. It smells like linen. It's like a calming linen. Very unique scent. I don't have anything like this. Here you go. If you want a preview of... This is what my filming desk looks like. It's still messy. How is it still so messy? So at the moment, that's my lav mic stuff. So this is kind of where I put fragrances that I haven't yet talked about that I intend to talk about. So I've got tons of decants here, as you can see. Oh, I've got Celeste by Giardini di Toscana, because one of you guys recommended that one. I bought that one. Ghost in the Shell. One of you guys recommended that, so that's going to be in the video as well. I'm going to smell that one. And then I managed to get my hands. These are secondhand. I'm so glad I was able to get these secondhand because they're crazy expensive for little 5 mils. These are Who is Elijah's newest scents, Desert Nights and Ocean Eyes. Ocean Eyes came out a while ago. I just haven't gotten around to grabbing a sample. So I'm going to smell those on camera as well. And then I've got a ton of these decants. So these are all ones that I have not yet talked about. And I need to. These are the Niche Emirati Lattafa fragrances, so I need to talk about these. That will be in probably my next video, will be about those. And then I also have this Ellis Brooklyn set, Discovery set, that I also am going to film. Oh, I meant to smell this in my last video that I did, and then I just kind of forgot. This is Awan by Lattafa. It's like part of their Lattafa Pride. That's what the bottle looks like. I think I smelled this. I smelled this and I really liked it, so I'll include it in another video. I don't know, maybe in my end of the month roundup, I'll include this one. Because I've already smelled it. Oh my god, it smells so good. Very heavy patchouli, but if you like that, you might like this one. God damn it, it's not high enough. Okay, that is pretty much everything. So this is just one side of my closet. I show you. So there's actually the divider in the closet. So I'm sure that this will grow. Admittedly, this will probably end up growing with time. So that's why I purposely got something really large so I can inevitably fill it. Whether it's with decants or full bottles, just depends on what it is. So yeah, again, this is not, even though this seems like maybe not a lot compared to what you guys have seen, it is a lot. This is not normal. This is not a normal person's collection. I'm not trying to glorify and say that this is, having as many bottles as possible as goals, because it shouldn't be goals. You need to be honest with yourself. Are you really going to use all of that juice? If not, maybe it's worth decanting. Share with your friends. Maybe sell some decants. That's kind of what I plan on doing. Again, coming soon, TM, probably next month. Now that we've moved and I have like an actual proper storage system for all of my fragrances, I probably will start decanting now and selling those. So if you're in Australia, keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.